Every time you pick up your smartphone, get in your car, or connect to the internet, you're plugging into a global network. That network has a heart, a tiny, powerful, and indispensable heart beating on a small island in the Pacific. This single place is responsible for manufacturing the vast majority of the world's most advanced microchips, the literal brains behind our entire digital existence. For the most cutting-edge chips, though smaller than 5 nanometers, its market share is over 90%. But this isn't just about the phone in your hand. The critical infrastructure of major world powers, the servers powering artificial intelligence, and the future of technological progress all run on silicon made here. A disruption in Taiwan wouldn't just be a tech problem. It would trigger an economic shockwave potentially worse than the financial fallout from the COVID pandemic. This is the story of how Taiwan became the digital world's pulse and why the global economy holds its breath with every move this tiny nation makes. Section 1. The Stakes. A World on Wafer. To really get why we're so dependent on Taiwan, you have to understand what these chips or semiconductors are. Think of them as the foundational ingredient of modern life. They aren't just in your computer, they're in your washing machine, the electric grid, our hospitals, and our defense systems. And now, as the world springs into an era defined by artificial intelligence, the hunger for more powerful and efficient chips is exploding. Here's the thing. The companies leading the AI revolution, household names like Nvidia, Apple, and AMD don't actually make their own advanced chips. They're the architects. They dream up the complex blueprints for the next generation of processors, but they need a manufacturing partner to bring those designs to life. For the most critical high-performance chips, there's really only one partner for the job, the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, or TSMC. TSMC's dominance is hard to overstate. In 2025, the company captured nearly 70% of the entire global semiconductor foundry market. And when you zero in on the most advanced chips essential for AI, those under 5 nanometers, that figure skyrockets to over 90%. This isn't just market leadership, it's a near monopoly on the future. This concentration has created what many call a silicon shield for Taiwan, the idea that its importance to the world is its best defense. But it also represents one of the biggest single points of failure in the global economy. A naval blockade or a conflict could stop the flow of chips from Taiwan, and the tech industry wouldn't just slow down, it would grind to a halt. Section 2. The Genesis, the Taiwan Miracle. So how did a small island, once known for agriculture and low-end manufacturing, turn itself into the planet's most critical tech hub? The story doesn't start in a fancy boardroom, but with a government that had a clear vision. In the decades after World War II, Taiwan saw what was called the Taiwan Miracle, a period of intense industrialization and economic growth. By the 1970s, however, the government knew that competing on cheap labor wouldn't work forever. They needed to aim higher for high technology. The government essentially became the nation's biggest venture capitalist. It created the Industrial Technology Research Institute, or ITRI, to go out and develop advanced technologies. It sent engineers to train overseas, poured money into R&D, and created a perfect environment for a new kind of industry. At first, the private sector was too scared to jump in, worried about the massive cost of building semiconductor factories. So, the state took the first leap, kickstarting the industry with funding, infrastructure, and tax breaks. This wasn't just about economics, it was a strategic bet. The government understood that mastering the building blocks of the digital world would be the key to both prosperity and security. They were laying the groundwork for a revolution, but they still needed a revolutionary to lead it. Section 3. The Turning Point, the Foundry and the Founder. That revolutionary was Morris Chang, a graduate of MIT and Stanford with a long, brilliant career at Texas Instruments in the U.S. Chang was recruited by the Taiwanese government in the 1980s to lead ITRI and forge the future of its new semiconductor industry. At the time, the chip industry was dominated by companies like Intel, known as integrated device manufacturers. They did everything themselves. They designed their own chips and manufactured them in their own factories or fabs. Morris Chang came in with a radical new idea, a pure play foundry. This company wouldn't design any chips of its own. Instead, it would focus on just one thing, manufacturing chips for times other times companies. By choosing not to compete with its customers, it could become a trusted partner to everyone. In 1987, with government backing, Morris Chang founded the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company (TSMC). This business model was a game changer. It gave birth to the fabless semiconductor industry companies that could now focus all their energy on chip design without having to sink billions into building their own fabs. This unleashed a wave of innovation from companies like Nvidia, Qualcomm, and Broadcom, who could now bring their wildest ideas to life using TSMC's manufacturing muscle. This specialization allowed TSMC to focus on its strengths while collaborating with design leaders in the US, carving out Taiwan's unique and powerful place in the world. Section 4. The Rise to Dominance. The pure play model was the spark, but TSMC's path to dominance was paved with a relentless, almost obsessive focus on technology and scale. While competitors like Samsung and Intel juggled their own internal design and manufacturing arms, TSMC poured every resource into perfecting the art of the foundry. The company mastered the mind-bogglingly complex process of lithography, using extreme ultraviolet light to etch trillions of transistors onto a single silicon wafer. Its engineering skill became legendary. Most importantly, as its rivals struggled with delays and manufacturing problems, TSMC delivered. This reliability made it the go-to partner for the world's most demanding customer, Apple. The deal to make hundreds of millions of high-performance chips for the iPhone every year gave TSMC the scale and cash it needed to pull even further ahead. Today, advanced chips of 7 nanometers and below make up the vast majority of its revenue. The numbers are staggering. In 2025, TSMC's revenue soared to nearly $122.5 billion, a 36% jump from the previous year, with a net profit margin of around 45%. That same year, the company forecast that 2026 revenue would grow by another 30% and announced plans to spend up to a massive $56 billion on its next generation of factories. This isn't just a company, it's an economic engine running on a scale no one else can match. Section 5. The Digital Pulse Today. The AI Revolution. If semiconductors were the foundation of the last digital age, then artificial intelligence is the revolution being built on top of them. And Taiwan is at the center of this transformation too. The island has evolved from a chip hub into the critical supplier for the world's entire AI infrastructure. AI doesn't just run on any old chip. It demands incredibly powerful processors, often called AI accelerators, to train and operate complex models. Nvidia, the undisputed king of AI hardware, depends on TSMC to manufacture its coveted GPUs. This means the entire AI boom, from ChatGPT to scientific breakthroughs, is fundamentally enabled by Taiwanese manufacturing. In 2025, high-performance computing, which includes this AI hardware, accounted for 58% of TSMC's total revenue. But Taiwan's role now goes far beyond just the chips. The island's companies now build the vast majority, by some estimates up to 90% of the world's AI servers, the powerful machines that house these chips in data centers. Companies like Foxconn, once known for assembling iPhones, are now building the core hardware of the AI era. The whole ecosystem from cooling systems to power management is concentrated in Taiwan. This density creates an efficiency that's nearly impossible for competitors to replicate, with key partners often just an hour's drive apart. Recognizing this seismic shift, the Taiwanese government is doubling down. President Lai Ching-te has announced the 10 major AI infrastructure projects, a plan to invest tens of billions of dollars to cement Taiwan's leadership. The goal is to generate nearly $500 billion in economic value and cultivate 500,000 AI professionals by 2040. It's an all-in bet to transform Taiwan into a true AI island. Section 6. The